Hello, you guys. Hello. So, I wanted to talk today about basically, like, depending upon what type of Christian you're around, that's the type of God you're going to get. And so, because I was raised in church or whatever like that, and I've seen a slew of different type of Christians. I haven't seen all of them, which I'm actually excited about that when it comes to life. Like, I'm excited to meet those type of any Christian that I haven't met yet. I'm actually excited to meet those different Christians. I don't know if I'm excited to meet the bad ones, but I am excited to meet different types of Christians. I will say that. But anyways, so like I said, I am doing the tough work of becoming what I would like to be and the type of Christian that I would like to be. So like, I was just thinking about, like, man, like, sometimes it's, because of, the community or, the type of people that I was raised on, a lot of times there's when it comes to your relationship with God, there is this fear-based type of living. I don't like that. Like, I never really truly liked it. I accepted it because that's what was given to me as truth. It was such a skewed, perception, or it was such a perverted perception of God. And it was, if you know me, I don't like living on extremes. I don't like, oh, this is the only way that God is, or this. I am ashy, y'all. This is who God is, and this, like, you only see one type of way of how God's nature is presented, and that is annoying to me. So now, thank God, I have my own relationship with God for myself, and I have to go by what He shows me. I cannot go by, what other people may say, even though that may be their experience. Like, a lot of times, what people may experience is nothing but the enemy perverting a version of God that's not even true or not even real. Like, spiritual, warfare and shit. It's real. It's real, and the enemy will play tricks on your mind. I know some people may not believe in that, or know how to really deal with that type of knowledge, and that's fine, but I know for myself it's a real thing out here. But like I said, I try to be that. I try to be what I desire to be for myself. And for me, I would like to think that all things work together for my good, and my good may not be necessarily my choice or my choice of how I want things to go, but ultimately it's working for my good in some way. And another thing too is, I was listening to Joyce Myers, and she's just an old lady, but she doesn't look old. She doesn't look like one of those old women. She looks like a youthful old woman, that makes sense. And she was just like, look, God knew everything that you were going to do. Like, we act like what we do is such a surprise to God. And when I heard that message, I was like, like a light bulb went off. It's like there's nothing that I can do that God didn't already see before I was even born. Like, He knew. So it's almost like, why am I tripping? Why am I stepping on eggshells? It's like, it's almost like, I already know what you're going to do. Just walk with me. Like, the great thing about the gospel or whatever is that with the gospel, there comes acceptance of your humanity. There comes acceptance of your flaws. There comes acceptance of, everything that comes with you, and that's the great thing about God's love. Like, there's acceptance that comes with that. There's a level of acceptance. And I think it's hard for certain Christians who live by a works-based mentality to, understand that concept. It's hard, because I think a lot of times, because the Bible does stress, the Bible does stress, honoring God and stuff like that, but I feel like we don't put enough stress on literally just, letting relationship be your, what do you call it? Letting relationship be your foundation. It's like, yes, I would like to, I think, like, as you grow in Christ, you desire to honor him. But I do think that for me, how you do that, I truly believe that you do need to, there needs to be an underlying understanding of grace, and there needs to be a foundational pillar of relationship that helps you in that, because if you have a perverted understanding of honoring God, you can really fall into works with him versus, hey, I accept myself, I accept that I'm not perfect, and I also accept that God accepts that about myself as well. And everything is right in the world, everything is right in the universe, because I have him by my side, walking with me. And he's more concerned with having a relationship with me, having a bond with me, us getting to know each other, me getting to know him, than, me trying to worry about, what I'm doing or what I'm not doing, but in that, you have an understanding that he is worried about what you're doing and what you're not doing in regards to your well-being. It's like God is concerned about your well-being. He's not somebody that is like, for the sake of just being a good person, for what, it's like, there's a reason why he's concerned about what you do and what you don't do. And it's not to appear good, but it's because this is good for you, And so I think if more people would understand that in that way, then there wouldn't be this perverted, we wouldn't lean towards this perverted doctrine of, being right. It's just, it's annoying. But anyways, so for me, because I understand these things about my God. Is this the line here? Okay. Just go ahead. Because I understand these things about my God, like I said, I stay away from people who don't live that life. So and it's nothing against them. I love you, but for me and my maturation in the faith, and for my own growth with my relationship with God, to kind of protect my relationship with God in my heart, I have to stay away from certain individuals who live in that realm, because I don't live in that realm. I don't live in I'm always on edge about having to honor God in everything that I do. Like, no, I don't worry about whether or not I'm honoring him in everything that I do. I honestly just live my life, and the burden that he has taken off of me is honestly that he already did it for me. Like, literally, when Jesus came down here and walked this earth, every type of honoring that could ever please God, he did it for me. And I can receive that as me. I can receive that as me doing it. And now I can just freely just live my life, not having to worry about, well, am I honoring God? Yeah, this is like, am I honoring God? Am I honoring God by doing this? Like, no, like, I just live, and that's more freeing than trying to, like, worry about that, for me anyways. So if that helps you, I hope that does give you some sense of peace and freedom in your relationship with Christ. and knowing that he's with you, period. All right, love you guys.